Okay, my rant today is going to be about buses and how much I fucking hate buses. Now, when you're on buses, buses just smell. I mean, when you walk on, especially where I live, it's where I live should be a ghetto. It's a deprived area. Not all of it, but most of it is. Luckily, where I live, it's not as bad. I mean, as you go further into the area, the more it seems like the ghetto. The more the crackheads and pissheads emerge out from alleyways and. And anyway, yeah, I hate the smell because when you go on buses, the other day, right, this woman was sat in front of me, and I couldn't distinguish because she smelled like stale fanny and rotten eggs. I mean, I couldn't distinguish what it was. And when I looked at her hair, I'm not sure if she had nits or fleas because it was like everywhere. And I'm not exaggerating now. I mean, that's disgusting. I mean, why would you walk onto a bus looking like that? Clean yourself up. I don't care if you're gonna in Iceland to buy your weekly shot with buy a pint of milk. Make yourself look decent. Oh, it's just so frustrating. I mean, I wish I lived in a nice area. Because in nice areas, like I come from Cardiff, and if I lived in, like, I don't know, Lisvane or Llandaff, their bus would be fucking empty because everyone would be too busy driving their Range Rovers. I mean, Range Rovers, I can't fucking stand Range Rovers because, when I was learning to drive especially, you'd always find that Range Rovers would come right at the car's end and, like, they're just sitting in their car and they're just like, it's my red, my car's bigger than yours. No, look up the fucking highway code, mister, and I'm just, oh, yeah. And on nice buses, if you live in nice areas, the buses, they smell nice. People smell nice. People smell like, I don't know, Chanel. And people look like they've just walked out of the magazine of Good Housekeeping. I mean, it's just like, I hate it when you're on the bus, when someone is like, they've just gone to like Boots or Debenhams and they've sprayed around all the testers on them. And you could just see it. They just smell like a brothel. And they're like, oh no, I smell normal now. No, you don't smell normal. No, you don't smell normal at all. Ugh, no. And when you're on my bus, when you're sitting there nice and your hair's done nice, you always attract the wrong type of attention all the time. You're just happily sitting there and you get some tramp walking next to you. And he's there swaggering on about some shit you don't care about, and he's like, oh, did you know Tesco value dog food has gone up by 30p? Oh, how do you expect to fucking feed my dog now? It's like, what? What? I don't want to hear about that. Why do I want to know about Tesco? I don't even have a fucking dog. I don't know. I don't care. I don't own any pets, not even a fucking goldfish. But yes, and when I've been on the bus, there's been, like, the moments I've had on the bus is extraordinary. Like, on a Saturday night, between the hours of 10 and 11, do not go on the bus. Or actually do on the bus. If you want to walk onto the set of Shameless, walk on the bus. If you're looking for some entertainment, walk on my bus. It's funny. Basically, I remember one time I was on the bus with my friend, and it was like 11:15 or something like that. I got on the bus, and there's this girl, drunk, she was about 15, and she went and sat next to this guy, and he started making conversation with her, but I thought this guy was a paedophile, because he was like, oh, where do you live, what's your name, blah blah blah, and this girl's pretty steamed, she's just like, blah 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 blah. And anyway, so his missus obviously calls him up, he's wearing a wedding ring, we all know he's married. And then this girl thinks it's funny to go and make fucking sex noises. And he's there going, shut the fuck up. And she's going louder, she's saying his name, and he's getting even more angrier, and it's really funny. It's funny, but it's not funny, because, like, her face, you look at it, it's like, ugh, you don't want to mess with her. Not because she looked hard, because her face either looked like it came out of a dog's rear end, or a pothole, or like her parents dropped her over a flat surface. Boom. That's what she looked like. It looked like she wasn't all there. And anyway, the bus lady driver comes off, and she tells the guy to get off, because she was like, oh yeah, you're provoking this girl, even though that was not the story. Not the story at all. And the girl decides to say to him, "Oh, you don't know who my family are? I will personally get my dad to fuck you up." Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine, okay? And then the guy turns around and goes, "Oh, where's your dad then? Where's your dad then? Come on then. And she's like, "Oh, he's in prison." That shows how hard he is. How hard. Now, you don't know what he was in prison for. Not for, I don't know, GBH or robbing, I don't know, the bloody Bank of England. No. He was in age because some pisshead went up and asked her and said, "Oh, what's your dad in prison for, love?" And she was like, false claim of benefits. Not surprised. I'm not surprised there's 12 more rats like her running around her house. I mean, that's one situation. Another situation was, I was on the bus, and when you pull up to this stop, it's outside a pub, you know shit is gonna go down, because this is when all the pissheads come on, and you know, and there's this guy, and he walks on, and he can't even get on the bus, he has to hold on to the bus, and like, when the bus stops, it it elevates down, so literally all he had to do was move his foot by like a yard, less than that. He couldn't even do that. I mean, walk home if you can't even do that. Anyway, the bus driver's like, he's obviously had a hard night and he wants to go home. He's like, "Oh, that'll be £1.60 please for single." And the guy's just looking like this. And his face is getting redder and redder and redder, and you're like, oh my god. Now, your instinct would tell you to puke up on a pavement, but no, for dramatic effect, I suppose he wanted to use, he puked up all over the bus. Went everywhere. Now, I don't think, and then the bus driver's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and he's just there with his hands in his head like, "Ooh," and he's just like, okay, guys, you're gonna have to go and wait for the next bus to come. But I don't think he was the sharpest tool in the box, because this was the last bus. This was the 11 o'clock bus. How are we all supposed to get home? Did he think we were all gonna cross and link arms and skip down to Ely like it was a yellow brick road? No, I don't think so. No one wants to do that. I mean, where I live, thank God, I can go walking to my house at midnight, 11 o'clock, whatever. But in some parts of Ely, they should be handing out leaflets saying, stay in your house from 10 onwards. I mean, seriously, the things I've seen. I remember I was driving down this one road with my mum, and there were these 10-year-old kids, they looked no bigger than 10, setting off fucking fireworks. Why would you do that? I didn't know it was bonfires night early. I did not know. Should have got the RSVP. God, what my question was that how the fuck did they get the fireworks? How did they just stroll into Tesco's and try and discreetly put them through the Tesco scanner? But someone always, I know for a fact, because someone always asks and tries to ID you. What was their excuse? You see, we have rats in our house, and my mum says that the fireworks are the only things which scares the little shits off, so yeah, we're buying fireworks today. I don't think so.